Are you ready for the Zombies 2 card review? Okay, here we go. Alright, adjusting nicely. Play this card when you collect 13 or more zombies. You will lose when you lose all your life tokens. Discard the card to negate losing any zombies as a result of dying. Meaning you don't have to round down to half your zombies. This one's a pretty good card. Sadly, people don't keep this because they think, oh, I'm not going to die yet. But it's always a good card, especially if you're so close to winning. This could actually win the game for you. Breakthrough, another great card. You can attempt to break through a tile from one building to another. You can't break through to the helipad, of course, but you have to roll a 5 or 6 to mark the new path. Now, when it says 5 or 6 to roll the new path, that means from then on, anyone can go through that same area you just broke through. So it's a pretty decent card. You don't need that. When you're on the same square as another player, you can take their weapon. This is actually pretty handy dandy. Nice to shock someone with this if you can catch up with them. What's that smell? The opponent must move differently from the tile they're going to. If they cannot, they skip their turn. If you have someone moving toward a building or something that you want, well, you can use this and have them move in the opposite direction. So in a way, you can also catch up with them with this card. No brains here. When the target player is on the square as a zombie, play the card and move that zombie to an adjacent square. You can play this on yourself. It says target player, not opponent player. If you don't want to fight a zombie, or if someone's getting too many zombie kills, you can play it there and grab that zombie and put it somewhere else. Rocket launcher. Everyone loves this card. You go into the armory, you play it, you discard it, you blow up all the zombies on the tile, you take the tile off the board. Remember, it can't be played on a helipad. But you take all the zombies. This is great. I have actually used this card. When I have it, you'll know because I'm slowly filling up a tile full of zombies so I can blow it up later on. Great card. You're looking at me. You play this card when an opponent card just played a card from their hand. They must pick a new legal target. So if they target you on something, you can play this, almost like a cancel card. But meaning, hey, it doesn't affect me, it affects someone else. I feel alive. You roll this dice. If you roll 4 or better on each, you gain 2 life. You can't exceed 5 life, of course. But this is actually a good card. Take a gamble on it and see if you can roll 2, 4, 5s, and 6s or something like that. And you get 2 extra hearts. Not a bad card to use. Dynamite. I see this card played all the time. If you roll a 4, 5, or 6, you kill zombies on all 3 adjacent spaces to you. But if you roll a 1, 2, or 3, you hurt yourself. You lose 2 life. You can actually die by using Dynamite. I've seen it happen before. But this is actually a pretty neat card that gets used quite often in our games. Government Enhanced Zombies. You kind of hate this card because that makes everyone an uber zombie, meaning a 5 or 6 has to kill them, and that's till the end of your next turn. If you really want to kill some of your fellow players off, just play this while they're surrounded by zombies. In the Zone. I rarely see this card played anymore. It says for every natural 6 you roll, draw a card. If you have 3 cards in your hand, at the end of the turn you must discard down to 3 cards. Like I said, this card gets discarded a lot. I think there is a strategy with this. Of course, how many times can you roll a 6 on one turn? So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen it played that well, but I'm sure there's a purpose for it. Access Denied. This is a great card. Everyone hates this card. You make an opponent discard all the cards in their hand. Someone's holding on to a really good card, like they haven't been discarding. Well, that's who you play this card on, and it really pisses them off. I think it's over here. Play this card when an opponent has drawn a map tile. It allows you to place that tile. Now, this one gets discarded a lot too because it doesn't count for the helipad, so why use it? But if you want places like the armory and something like that, you want those buildings close to you because you need the hearts or whatever, you need the weapons, you can play this card and place that tile. Like I said, it gets discarded a lot, but I really think it's more powerful a card than that. Minefield. roll the die and move that many zombies from the road spaces from one tile and add them to your collection. Everyone plays Minefield. Everyone loves Minefield. You know, it's just lots of zombie kills. And that's what this one's all about, is big weapons. I see the helicopter. This is another great one because once the helicopter's played, you get a +1 on all your movement rolls. And yes, anything that gives you movement rolls is actually going to be pretty good. So this would be another card I would say is worth your time. Okay, well, that's all the time we have for today. We'll be back for the Zombie 3 card review.